Half the time when I do this, it makes me feel like someone's trying to guide me to find something. It's a weird feeling though, guys. It is. It's almost like my body feels like magnetic, kind of. You know? Even if I don't see it or don't find it, that doesn't mean that it's not here. And I'm not talking about a treasure, I'm talking about other things. Just whatever they're trying to get us to find. Whatever it is, we don't know until we find it. But how are we going to know what it is if we don't see it? Because they tell us what it is on the audio. Beautiful, man. Animal's face is still out here. Animal's face is still here. But where the heck would it be? Got a 120-year-old sycamore tree right here. Heck yeah. But that's not the animal's face. Animal's face is still here. Impossible. Ain't nothing like exploring. There's probably a few hobbies I can compete with it, but you know what? It's just cool just to get out and walk around. Needle in the haystack. Animal's face is still here. But that was about 4 years ago when I got that EVP. It's like an after-work adventure or something like that. I even came back here about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, to try to ask more questions. It could be anything, though. It could be anything. They can consider the human race as an animal. And the second I walked out there, they probably said to themselves, the animal's face is still here. What if that was the case? What if they thought of the human race as an animal? And they just discussed or commented amongst themselves and said the animal's face is sitting right here. This guy came back out. But it could be an effigy. Buried in the land. Never to be found. Never to be recovered. It could be a carving on a rock. Petroglyph. Could be anything. But the ones that here are the ones that said it. Animal's face is still here. What are they expecting me to do with it? How are they expecting me to find it? But they already know that I'm willing to give it a try. Even though there's a 99.9% chance that I will not find it. And there's a 99.9% chance that it will never be found. But why would they tell me such a thing? Why would they say such a thing if they don't want it to be recovered? That's what's got me. Why do they have to tell me that there's still an animal's face out here? Are they talking about the deer? Are they talking about the living animals? Even all the questions are endless. The opportunities are endless to what it is. I guess that's the reason why I'm doing this, just to let them know that I'm trying, attempting it. Thought I saw something. Kind of weird to have a pile of rocks up in here. Maybe back in old farming days, they just dumped them down here. That's all this is. Maybe. Where's the 1940s truck at? But there's always a possibility that the natives must have done that. Maybe the water wasn't even flowing out here at that time. By the way, this is not the same creek I was in. I just found this other one. I just came across it. That's it. Hope you like my little exploring videos. I know they're not much. I'm just trying to find an animal's face. What the heck is that thing? Probably some old school moonshine gig. That's cool. So beautiful out here. Really is, folks. Look at that. Fall weather. Gotta love walking in the leaves this time of year, making that sound. But I was thinking about something else when it came to what they talked about, when it came to the animal's face. It could be two other things too. I mean, what if the laws of nature chisel some side profile or something in some rock over time, over the course of a few thousand years or something, and it looked like a side profile of an animal? But I know that they can create. But there's something else that I thought it could have been. Something that I discovered out here about 5-6 years ago. I don't know if I did a video on it. I think I did. I think it was just one of those videos that got corrupted. And it could never be recovered. But I was out here on the other side of the land over here. Trekking through the woods, exactly what I'm doing now. But there were some old bottle dumps and stuff from back in the 70s and 80s where people used to come out and just dump stuff over the hill before they built some massive subdivision. And I collected a few cans that I found out there. They were like old paint cans, the smaller ones, not the bigger ones, but they were the smaller ones. I know you saw those cans before. The 3 small cans, the green ones that have pigs' faces. The 3 small cans that I had to put in the storage to make more room for more items on the shelf for 2022. Which, to be honest with you, hasn't been that friendly to us when it comes to recovery. With only about a month and a half left, 2 months left, before 2023 hits. But maybe they were just telling me that they knew what I found a long time ago. A bunch of paint cans. And they were just telling me that there was one that's still left out there that they might think I would love to have if I can find it. If I went back over there and found it, that might be what they were talking about. Animal's face is still out here. But it'd definitely be a whole lot better. Excuse me. Definitely be a whole lot better if it was a ancient piece from the native times. But the question is now, if I took it, recovered it, to be cherished, to be touched again by the hands of mankind, I wonder if they will get mad at me for taking their rock. I don't know about you, but I see a couple of massive trees I need to go take a look at. Looks like it might be kind of impossible to get there. There it is right there. Could be wrong, could be just tiny. Animal's face is still out here, but where? I wish they would just be more specific. But to be honest with you, I don't know if it could be more specific than that, really. There's Animal Face, and it's still out here. That's all they could tell us. Can't remember. Well, I can't remember exactly where I found the cans at. They were close by each other, though. I know you're waiting. You're waiting just like I am. Try to see if that's what they were talking about. But how am I going to see it? How am I going to remember where I was 4 or 5 years ago? How am I going to see it after 5 years of leaves falling on it? Those things were green. Not that easy to spot. That's weird. Wonder if that's facing east or west. All I know is it doesn't resemble an animal's face. Nearly impossible to follow the clues from the EVPs and all. They're trying to guide you to something. You just have to find it, though. Because they know where everything is. Gotta inspect everything. Nearly impossible to see it, though. I want to be confident that it's going to be something ancient, something historic, Not really anything that was garbage created by the modern humans. Like those green cans. I'm hoping it's not going to be one of those out here, guys. Needle in a haystack. I think I'm getting closer to that spot. Around that area where they said Animal's Face is still out here. Animal's Face is still here. When I was down in the creek that day. And I was looking up in this direction. Well, in this, general, angle. When they said it. Like they're trying to give me a sign about something. But I'm hoping that it's going to be an ancient carving, though. I'm praying that it is. They're probably just trying to tell me that it's still out here. Whatever it is, it's still here. Even if it's on a giant boulder, you can't take it. But it's got to be ancient. It's got to be ancient. Just like one of those EVPs I got at Tulare Gorge. 2 years ago when I went out there. And I went down towards the bottom, where the bridge is. Went down there towards the bridge. And I panned the camera to the right. Someone spoke up and said, "Little children paint reindeer over here." Little children paint reindeer over here. Which tells me that thought I saw something. Which tells me that that they probably were talking about the ancient people's children painting reindeer on the rocks that were not even visible from where I was standing on the staircase, though. You talk about an EVP for history when it comes to Georgia history. Children paint reindeer over here. Makes me wonder, who are the ones that create all the art, though? Is it the kids? The Native American children that create all the art? Not all of it, but you know what I mean. I know they dabble in it. I know they do. I don't get it, though. I mean, why did they say children, though? I mean, are those children, like, not still alive, but you know what I mean? Did they die as children, though? They could have been talking about the puppies, the dogs. Gotta focus on the flat-faced boulders, for real. The hill is getting steeper. Impossible. It'd be nice to know, though. There's no way I'd even find the can. There's a lot of fresh looking white quartz out here, though. A bunch of chunks I passed so far. Perfect white quartz, you know, the glassy type. Can't tell, probably just dumped. I've been out here before, though. Looking around, how do you think I found those cans and stuff? A lot can happen over the course of the last 1,000 years, you know. Things get moved around, buried even further, deeper, shoved upwards. Maybe I should just sit down and ask them, you know. Because they know exactly where it is, and we don't. Sitting up here trying to make big discoveries. Probably modern. Gotta be. No telling. Doesn't look like an animal's face to me. Just weathering in heaven. Why don't they just tell me? This is too hard of a hobby. Like a wild goose chase. Watch and say you got it. It's a carving of a goose. Go figure. Overshot the garbage spot though. By a long distance. Nowhere near it. You're going to tell me, man, you better go back there and try to find that can. I don't want to be disappointed though. I don't want that to be the item that they were talking about. I want it to be something major. And I know you do too. But they are so little out here. They are. The ones who always speak up. The ones who record everything that goes on. They're so literal. But no matter what it is, they know exactly where it is and how to find it. You're just supposed to follow their lead. No matter what happens. I'm waiting for them to just toss it to us. The animal face. What a job indeed. I'll tell you what, if you want a job, you go down to Roswell Mill to the staircase. Right next to the main mill. Left of the dam. Tell them that you got the message from Da Vinci. That they were hiring at Roswell Mill. They're open late also, they said. We're open late. We're hiring. Nothing stands out. If they know it's out here, it's got to be out here. We just can't see it. Wherever it might be. At least we know it's out here somewhere. And at least someone else does too. The beginning. In order to find it, we got to go through them, right? We got to depend on them to find it. Not just ourselves. We got to depend on them to find it. And that goes for everything that needs to be found. I just forgot something. I know you're right. It could be on the other side of the creek also. Could be on the other side of the creek. But that's the famous location where I got the EVP right there. That's where I got the EVP. And I was looking up in this direction. It's almost like they were behind me. Animal's face is still here. Maybe there is no carbon. Maybe it's something else. Something I've always known. Animal's face is still here. Like I see a million times in our videos. We always see those faces. Always. Unforgettable. The gift that we have. The gift that they say that they gave me. The gift that I've received for something. But it's much deeper. More vibrant. More spiritual. Animal's face is still out here. But they know the truth just like I do. About everybody's face. Animal or not. Always been held in nature. After you're gone, you'll always have a face. Guided by nature itself. Held on to. When the face that you once had on the body is no longer. Unrecognizable. They hold on to it. So it's always going to be recognizable. And never forgotten. Animal's face is still out here. Still here. Even after they're gone. Their faces can still be seen. But they know that I know. So why would they have to tell me again? I guess I'm going to have to get going really soon. If that's all it's supposed to be, being the animal's face is still here. And all they're trying to tell us is that you can still see them. Even when they're gone, they're still visible. And all of us are still visible. Until the next time we come around, our prior faces of who we were can be found again to know who we were, and vice versa. If that's all it is, then I guess we're good to go.